crazy, especially if it was part of some sort of an iron condor on a credit call spread today. However, just like yesterday, they ran and ran and ran. Defend it, buy an extra call, and see what happens.
Check one, check two. All right, ready to rock. 7 more minutes, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
are they going to do this?
Hey now. Good morning, traders. Thank you guys for sticking around here. We're going to get something going. Oh, a system error. Oh, just kidding. So, welcome to one of many sessions that we're going to give you a sneak peek into the Simple Stocks live room with Nick Chahine. Right? We're going to start off with a couple introductions, and we're going to get to some tickers, and we're going to get to some strategies, entries, exits, shenanigans. It's going to be great. This is my email. Feel free, guys, to email with any questions you have about the product. This is the the website to the right of it. All right. So I'm just going to give you a real sneak peek right there. In 15 minutes or so, we're going to bring on Nick Chahine and the team traders that trade 8 hours plus all day long. All right. So get yourself a nice morning beverage, I don't know, some kind of snack or whatever, as I try to figure out what we want to pull up first. Let's bring in hold on a minute. Let's bring that back. I think he was just going over something there. So anyway, good morning, Stefan. So anyway, guys, let me know where you're from. Let me know any questions you have. Let's get some tickers going and stuff like that. And we'll count down some minutes as we let some people roll in. Meanwhile, while you're here, smash the like button. You can always unlike it later if you don't like it, but give us the benefit of the doubt. Smash the like button. Hit subscribe. If you want to chat, you got to hit the subscribe button. It cuts back on the bots and the spam. And yeah, and what else can I tell you? We're going to have some good times. We're going to build this up. We're going to get the word out here. So make sure you tell your friends too. It all happens when we share. This is our dashboard here. This is what we're going to use, the new software we got. I don't know why I felt like showing you that, but this is the Webull chart that I use. So if you have any questions what it is, this is called Webull. It's similar to TradingView, but you can also trade on it. Right now I have the SPY on here. It's just because that's what people were watching. Good morning, South Plainfield, New Jersey. I live right by JFK, Diego. How you doing this morning? Hey, Nisa. Tesla doc. That's funny. Tesla's the only thing I'm in today. I had a hedge from earlier in the week with the CCI and the PPI and the DPI. And I had a hedge for 205 at Tesla. I don't know if that's going to happen. I just left it up, let it die. But let me know what you guys want to see. Let's go. I want to try and see if we can make that a little bigger. So, guys, you are the very lucky first few to be. This is you're like not really guinea pigs. We have it figured out, but there are going to be a lot of improvements as we go along. We're going to find some music. By the way, Arlenis is in the house. She is the rock star that holds everything together. She has got the blue name there. She can answer any questions you have as well. We're going to be working on some music. We're going to be getting a theme going here. So it's all going to be uphill from here. That's basically what I can tell you. I got to tell you, it does feel weird, being I can't explain it. It's like two things going on at once. Right now, Nick is live in that room. I'm here in this one. We're letting some people roll in. We're sharing this site, right, guys? We're sharing this. If you want to share it, you can simply use this. I think there is a share button underneath it, right? Use that. Share it on your Twitter, on your Facebook. If anyone uses Facebook anymore, I don't know if anyone uses Facebook. I know I have a Facebook. I check in once in a while. I say my 2 cents and I leave. I don't even wait for responses. What's up, Frank? What's up, JB? People are rolling in. So like I said, this is my email. You guys have any questions, feel free. It's on the bottom of the screen here. And this is the website, simplestocks.net. You want to peruse around there, see our different plans and things like that, and any questions, give me a shout. It was a great week, I think. I believe so. I think in the room we saw the directions and we took advantage of them, right? I know a couple other communities I'm in, people were like, I can't believe this week it flushed me out and blah blah blah. If you're trading alone, you're doing it yourself a disservice. You know what I mean? Hello, Heather Davis. Hey, DK's in the house. And Pam, what's going on? El Mambo 2000. What's going on? So I was saying is if you're trading alone, you're doing yourself a great disservice. When I worked at Morgan Stanley, I didn't work on the trading floor. It was in electronic publishing, which is now a dead department. There's no need for that anymore. But I did have any chance I got. I went to the trading floor. Trading floor is amazing. It's like it's 2 or 3 floors high. And there's one of the trading rooms, and there was just everyone was sharing information. Either you could tell by instant messenger, or they're shouting across the room. Everyone is sharing. There's more eyes in there. There was probably about 150 people, right? So that's 300 eyes. In our room, there's 300 people. That's 600 eyes. So when you're trading alone, you have your own 2 eyes, and you get a couple emails that says this is going to be the hot stock. Put it into this and put it into that. Meanwhile, that guy has already preloaded it. Everyone piles into that stock, and as soon as it goes up, he gets out, and you guys get all stuck with the bag. These are scams. This is not conducive to profit, right? So when you're joining a community, and Nick always says this, even if you don't join Nick's room, join something. Get something under you, because trading alone doesn't do anything. All right. Ishmael, good morning. Yes, thank you, DK. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe. If you want to chat, you have to subscribe. You don't have to wait any minutes or anything. But it's a way to keep the bots down and the spam at bay. Is that we want to, if you subscribe, it's less likely that we get bots in here. Right now in the room, Sandman is posting, done for the day. Thanks, Nick. It's 10:09. It's 10:09, and Sandman is done for the day. That's amazing. This is what it's like when the doves cry. No, this is what it's like when you're in a community and you have direction, you have confidence. And, obviously everyone does their own DD, and we compare notes. And the best thing is when 2 different data points confirm each other, right? I'm talking with my hands. Maybe I should put this on for a minute. So when 2 different data points combine, that confirmation is like gold, right? Because in your head, you're like, oh, I don't know if this is the right thing. I don't know if this is the right thing. Then you have 1 out of 300 people that comes back and says, you know what, Doc, I got 209. You got 208.5. I got 209. Now that makes me think a little better about myself. Does that make sense? So that's what being a community is all about. Then on top of all that, you have a 20-year experienced trader, Nick Shaheen, who's going to come on here in 5 minutes, right? And he's kind of guiding everyone. His morning notes are gold. They got the Sunday videos. We'll go over all that in the end. But there's so many benefits to being a part of a community, and you have to choose one that it works for you. And I've been a part of dozens. I've been a part of the top 3 ones out there. I'm not going to name them. They're all great, by the way. Whoa, wait. They're not all great. They're the top 3 are great, but there are some really nasty ones out there that seem to overcharge. But the top 3, I'm not going to name them. They're good, but they're not. They're all different in their own ways. And what I'm trying to say is that I think Nick speaks to the majority of traders, new traders, traders that work on spreads, traders that work with naked calls and puts, traders that work. You can tailor the information and the data to your own trading strategy, you know? So he'll say go long here. In your head, you can do that as a credit put spread, or you want to do a debit call spread, or you just want to go a naked call. Go long your way, right? The market direction every day, we examine it every day in the morning. There's 5 different charts with the Qs, the IWM, the SPY, and a couple others that show the ranges and the levels for the day. What's up, Trot? Crypto Golfer, good morning from sunny Vero Beach. Wow, I bet the weather's beautiful out there. No, I'd say it's 76 here in New York. I'm not gonna complain. But I just wanted to show you the difference with the differences in the hands there. All right. So in about 3 minutes, we're gonna bring Nick on. I won't be able to communicate with Nick because he's live in a live room, and this is live YouTube. So live YouTube has about, right now it's a 10-second delay. The next video will have a 3-second delay. There was so much bandwidth I was using on my computer with 2 live rooms and the new software, so I had to make it a little thing. So I apologize about that. But when I do pass it over to Nick, you're going to get a live look into the Simple Stocks room, and I'll flip it over to what it looks like so you can get an idea before he comes on. This is the live room. And I'm going to take a little break right now as we have to like configure how to switch it over, right? So guys, thank you so much for staying here. Hang out for 2 minutes and we'll get you all set up, all right? Also, type your tickers in the chat because we're going to go over some tickers and it's going to be great.
pass. Bounce and come back down, and if they come back down, you take this trade. I'll move it now. All right, that was. I didn't touch it because I didn't want to jinx it, and I was totally focused.
So, guys, I'm going to patch you over to the sneak peek into Nick's room right now. I'm going to be back in about an hour to go over any questions you have, okay? All right, guys, speak to you in a little bit.
Nice way to start a Friday after a pretty tough, pretty tricky yesterday. Total manipulation of the markets today with the tail. The olden days, they used to use Apple to make money with the indices. Today, they went back to it. Apple and Alphabet. Microsoft, on the other hand, was the grown-up in the room. They said, where are you guys going when everybody was breaking out? And it told the truth. Alphabet was the first one to break out of overnight high. And then Apple exploded. This band of hundreds of tickers is struggling. Let's look at it from a bigger perspective, because this is a pretty significant slice of the market. So let's go to a 15-minute chart. Whoa, look at overnight, so quiet. Okay, these are regular candles, 15 minutes, hundreds of tickers. Support below and breakout above. So I'll put an alert here. And this is pretty nice. I'll put an alert here. Maybe support zone. So we're doing homework so we can leverage that. I will get long down here. Long markets, solid support. Whoops. Okay. So now we looked at that. We can go back to 1 minute in it. 1 minute in it. Whee! All right. So let's see if they want to take longs here. The trade is the mirror image of that one. Mirror image. And don't go as big as the other one. And in fact, stop. If you hit your target for today, don't do this one. Okay? Stanley, give me a minute. If you hit your target for today, or if you made a good sum of money for today, just have fun for the rest of the day. Joke. Dave, thank you. So the idea is they're falling into support. You're willing to take some pain, but not a lot. This level here is below the overnight low because I don't want to be faked out. And what do I do here? The opposite of last time. Pick a call that's near current price and stop out once the value of that call goes bad. The delay on YouTube is like 3 or 5 seconds, so make sure to, if you're a guest on YouTube Live, welcome. We have 285 people in our chat room, which you can't see right now. If I was streaming, I could show you. So you're long a call. Let's say the $88 413 call. $88 413. Now it's 92. So the goal is they're going to hit a lot of resistance here and dip. Okay, so this is the bull that you're trying to buy, and then they're going to hit and dip. I don't know what's going on, so you let me know if you need my help over there. There should be sellers. Let's see what this band do. Okay. The YouTube thing is gone. More practice. The call is still about 90 bucks, 90 cents, so $90 for one. Not everybody is qualified to trade this fast. I personally don't like to try to make money off of rally this big. I take trades that are longer term, you know me, but they're available and people can make money. And first leg here, second leg here, that's how you get there. So the goal is to see if this bull is going to hold, and I would stop out anywhere below here. Or if you hit a risk tolerance, like some people can see a drop of 20%. For example, if you paid 90 cents for the call, it's now 80 cents. Is that enough for you? Some people say, no, I can lose 40% if it's a fast trade like this. It depends on the person. It depends on the amount. And if I did this and I got a double, I would not try this personally. The overnight low is, I think, been breached by a hair. If I was a market maker, I could poke it and then run back out. The risk today on taking longs is the fact that the rally yesterday was insanely violent. You remember it. Okay, so somebody's asking for an iron condor. I would not do one on Friday after yesterday's debacle, but I'll give you one. So if you're new to iron condors, please don't use real money. Learn first with paper trading. So this iron condor is based mostly on just odds of success. So currently is 41.36, the dollar amounts, and the straddle is about 414, 4110, 4156, 4160. So 4170. So the 4100, 4105 credit put spread in that area. The 4105 gives you 45 cents. No, 55, 60 cents. The 4100 gives you 45 cents. Depends on how conservative you are. 4165 is the credit call spread. So 4100, 4165. That gives you 95 cents, just under a dollar at 7:24 a.m. I'll give you a picture, and this is not a trade alert for somebody that's not in this room, okay? This is just based on odds of success, not the charts, and I'm going to post it right there. So I collect almost $1, and I want the SPX today to end up between these two values, 4100, 4165. This yield is more than 20% on risk. If I'd lost big time yesterday, I would use paper trading today to get back on the horse. All right, question, what was the 414 put delta we took minutes ago? It was at the money. I didn't even look. It was actually just below current price. SPY translation, Pablo. Pablo, you're still struggling with the problem from yesterday. What are you doing? Okay. I'll give you the SPY translation. I'm going to need a minute. Today is... $409, $415. 20 cents. The 409 just disappeared. Did we spike? Okay, so is there 410 is too strong. 410 is too strong, but 409 is too little. 410 is too strong. I don't like the SPY one. Okay. Or you can just take a break for a more stable market. Okay, where are we at with that trade? It's 80 cents. It's down 10 cents on that call we talked about, right? Yeah. I disagree with that statement, Pablo, but you do whatever suits your risk appetite. Not everybody has the same risk appetite, so I respect it, just as long as you know what you're doing. My job is to point out some potential pitfalls. I mean, it works, but not for me, no. Somebody wants to do an iron condor, not an iron condor, cut a put spread for Boeing on this dip, but out to August. Let me tell you why it's not for me. They're trying to take advantage of a small dip, and when you do it using options that are so far out, it doesn't work. Zubi, we're already long SPY calls for a bounce potential, but you have to take it into consideration that it's not as strong an entry as the put entry up here. So yes, it is doable, but you put a stop. And your stop would be lower. If I'm starting the position now, you have to pick a spot where it makes sense for you. And if you stop out here, this is a good stopping point from the levels perspective. I don't want to, the problem is you have a pretty decent support zone through 411, through that blue line. And then an even better one through the lower blue line, which you can't see. These two. So pick a spot to stop out on your calls if they don't work, based on how much money you're about to lose. Okay? So if you're okay losing 30%, exit based on 30%, not levels. And the call, just buy one at the money. It's $77 right now, the 413 call. So you tell yourself it's $77 now per call if you buy it, expiration today. If it falls to X, I'm out. Well, yeah, what Pablo is saying, it's ironic. It's not ironic, it's actually the definition of what you don't want when you're selling risk. When you sell an iron condor, you need nothing to happen. You literally want boring. And we got the exact opposite of boring, so that's why it was a tough day for iron condors.
Hey guys, listen, I just wanted to jump in. Do you hear what Nick was just explaining to Pablo right there? A lot of people think you need to get into stocks and catch the ride up or catch the ride down, right? And one of the more popular things that we do every day is that almost every day Nick gives out an iron condor. Iron condors work by not reaching a certain point above and a certain point below. It stays within a range. And people find that to be very, very successful, but it's a hard thing to learn and master. So that was a really important point I wanted to point out. It was an important point that I want allow myself to introduce myself. So again, anyone new here, any questions you have, any tickers that you're watching, go ahead, volunteer them up, offer them up. We will not judge you or anything. I was watching the silliest ticker yesterday, CXAI. It was at $2. Now this morning it was at 17. I didn't play it because it wasn't a safe play, but I paper traded it. And that's another thing they were talking about. Paper trade, paper trade, paper trade. All right, we're going to go back to the live room now. I just wanted to point that out.
Through both. And expiration of this one is today. I said to book the profit in the morning because they paid 2.2 in debit. So they paid 2.2 debit to open the trade, and this is called a call diagonal. They call them diagonals because they look diagonal, right? So one is long here, one is short there, so it's diagonal. I guess it would look like a diagonal if I have it here. Oops. Right? So they paid 2.2. The width of it is 3, right? 129 to 132, $3. So the max profit is 80 cents. So let's say the bell rings and he doesn't do anything. He gets assigned this position, short JP Morgan, and before the market opens on Monday, most likely his broker will assign him long here. So he would make $3 and he paid 2.2, he would have 80 cents profit. So people would panic and roll this and try to mess up a good trade. So you messed up a good trade by opening a diagonal. But luckily, the mess up is less profit. There's no loss. So I would just close the whole position before the bell rings if I don't want the drama on Monday and book the profit. At the bell, there should be 80 cents of profit when you close both. So 2 minutes before the bell, you close it. There'll be no extra. This will be at the money, no time element to it. So there should be a $3, if not more, a 0.8 profit at the bell. So that was a lesson I did before the market opened here, which is that I thought I'd share it with people. Again, this was an example on JP Morgan, not on this stock. Okay, so I didn't look if there was profit at any point in that. Now there isn't, of course. We have a lower low. This whole zone is supportive. So there's a line here and a line below. Just lost it. There should be, the downside from here should not be easy. What's the score? We're already down, say, 0.3 and 0.5. Oh, and small caps also let go of the ghost. Okay. I left my IWM on because I'm not losing that much because I sold calls against it. So this weakness is okay. It's not ideal, it's okay. The advanced decline line is looking pretty bad. That's not help for the bulls. Now here's the tricky part. The leader this morning was Alphabet, at least on my screens. It broke out first, and it has not lost its support. It's still in the breakout mode. We had people here who told us about from our Discord channel, there was a trade idea on Alphabet from TradeEtix. It's playing out. It's played out. It was for this week, and it was an upside bet. I forgot, 750,000, maybe 1.2 million, something like that. Microsoft doesn't have real support until 284, 283.5. Apple has support here and at 164. Tesla is stuck between two high volume modes. I'll show you the charts I'm looking at. They're in Thinkorswim, and I'll show you the extremes so you can manage your risk. I know some of you trade these guys actively. All right, so this is a really simple way to look at where levels are that matter. So this was an area that Microsoft could not take out convincingly, but now it has nothing in between these two peaks. So there's weakness here. Maybe a little bit of support at 413, but really the support is just above this one here. Alphabet has a lot of support at 106.6 and better at 106. And if it loses that, it probably comes down to 105. If you lose the 104.35, you go to 103.4, something like that. Tesla has two catalysts. That's all you need to know, 186.5 and 180.3. Take this out, you get a couple dollars, $2, $3. Take this out, you get to 175. So those purple lines are your targets. Those are two extreme zones. This is the last 30-day range, open to high, open to low twice, plus one standard deviation in one day. That's crazy. Apple, crazy, but it's stuck at prior day. See that high volume point? That's a decent place to stop. And now they placed another one somewhere on 163.3. So those are your players today. Put them on your screen somewhere. The XLF, yeah, the XLF will fade, I think. My interpretation of the bank news, they didn't have good news. They just, I didn't read them, but I'm imagining they just had no bad news. So it's a relief rally. Whew, thank God. You have a diagonal, Eric. You can't do diagonals in SPX. We already debated that. That says something about your account. That's weird that they let you have a diagonal. I haven't tried in a while, but last time I did, it washes out. It's cash settled. So selling one put in the SPX requires like $75,000 worth of money in there. What do you got? Puts. So you bought a put out to Monday, and you showed a put out to today, 40.95. And your Monday put is 40.70. Whoa! What? Damn, that's an aggressive stance. All right. So what do you think is going to happen on Monday? A giant dip? You're long to 40.70 and you're short to 40.95. Oof. Okay. So far it's working? Great. Bill, sitting on TQQ puts. I addressed yours yesterday. Yes, Jacob, 1 second. All right, so here's somebody that is a member in our live room asking, they're sitting on TQQ puts and they're losing money. Puts or calls? Puts. So you're shorting the market and you're losing money. So here's what I tell you. You know the answers, Bill. First, the reason that you took the puts is that still there. You don't need to tell me yes or no. That's an answer to you. If yes, you go to step 2. Have you hit your pain tolerance yet? No, because you're only down 12%. You go to 3. Is that put still viable? So check out the put when it expires and what the delta is. If the delta is below 0.3, 0.25, I would take the money out. If you still have $1,000 in there, harvest that, take it out, and redeploy the $1,000 with another put out in time with better delta. So if you had 10 that was worth $1,000 and you need to redeploy $1,000 and only buy 5, that's fine. You just need better soldiers. Okay. Somebody's asking, Jacob is asking, how do I buy protection with the VIX? Okay, if I have a lot of assets, this is the time to buy protection, folks. The VIX is under 18. Okay, the mathematical average for it, I think last time I calculated, was 19.5, 19.6. So basically, there's no fear out there. I have some concerns. It's not fears. I have a concern. You know me, I'm saying 4,500 SPX before 3,500, unless we get a new piece of news that we didn't count on. I'm afraid of the earnings in 2 weeks from Amazon. Amazon might tell me that their sales have fallen and they have negative comps. I have to look to see if they've ever had negative comps. If somebody can answer that, I would so be grateful. Last time Amazon had a negative sales growth quarter. And moreover, what am I, Ben Bernanke? If they say going forward is going to be a struggle in sales, I bet you the market will drop 8% on that in maybe a week. So to protect yourself, you go and you buy VIX calls, just the VIX calls, and it's simple. You go, look, it holds value well. The calls should be like 60 days out, maybe 70. I don't know what the exit. Remember, the VIX is AM settled. You can't buy VIX shares. You can buy calls. And it's cash settled. And they expire on Wednesdays. Okay, so if I go to May, that's only 33 days. I would prefer to go to June. June is 68 days. If I buy a call at 18, it's $440. At 19, it's $380. Both of these, either of these, would be fine. And what am I doing with this? I'm covering the holy crap moment. I'm not covering, like, if you talk about insurance, you buy insurance on your car and you just want it to cover a disaster scenario. Health insurance for me, I don't want them to cover my visit to the doctor. I want them to cover the major surgery that I might need. So that's what you're covering. The, oh my God, disaster. Not a 5% dip in the market, but rather a 20% dip in the market. That's what I would do. You do not have a ticker other than the VIX, so then the strategy is a little trickier. You can use the UVIXI, but you can't use it 60 days out. The UVIXI, if you look at it, it doesn't hold value well, same as the VXX. So I don't know of any other way of doing this. Then you might do what I call debit put spreads in the SPY, for example. If you have stocks that look like the SPY, what you do is you buy a debit put spread out to about 5 weeks, $10 wide, that cost about $3. So you buy a put and you sell a put below it $10 lower. You spend $300 on it. So if the markets drop through both, so 5 to 10% drop, it will bring you $700 in potential profit, but I wouldn't call them profits. It's offsetting the losses, so it's not really profits. So that's what I would do. And this was one of the targets yesterday, what we just hit right here. There were two targets, 1 and 2 on the way up. Those are them. I just moved them right. All right, let's see here. You're welcome, Bart. Would you reshare the IC for today? CJ, I can. Look at it while I reevaluate it. The values have changed, so one moment. They have changed. The credit call spread is now 15-cent profitable, so that's quite a bit. 1/3 of the potential gains. And the lower end still works. So 4,100, maybe not. 4,105, 4,160 maybe. $41.05, $41.60. You're welcome. Yeah, CJ. What else did I miss? Did I miss any questions? If there are any questions from the YouTube people, don't forget to relay them to me. I'm not looking at the YouTube stream at all. So I just peeked at the value of the call we were talking about. It was down 30 cents. Let's see how many people have brass knuckles. Okay, so this now is a trigger. If they can take out 412.75, 412.8, they can get to 414. So here's the thing. If you're still in it, Doug, you have to evaluate. Now you're getting a chance to get out with minimal damage. Reassess. If you took 10, maybe you should lighten up. I'm just saying, because this is also resistance. You see that line here? This was here before the open. It is a support zone. Look how they bounced on it, and they're trying to take it back. Look, penny perfect. And this was here before the open. Penny perfect. If you can't see it, I'll highlight it. These are 30-second charts, folks. You can't make this stuff up. They're fighting over that. Generally look for about $1 IC. What about the SPY? 20 cents, 22 cents. 10 to 12 on each side. But I personally don't do that. But that would be the one that would be equivalent. 414 calls at 36. Okay, Dave. So I would rather pay more for better calls, Dave. But I'll leave you to it. I'm just commenting. So let's say you put 500 into that trade. I would put 500 into fewer calls lower. Took SPY, 413 calls, still in. I didn't take them, but if you're still in, you're at even. You're even money. So you're still deciding on your stop loss. I can't wait to go look at a couple of trades. In theory. Yeah, the best laid plans, Dave, the best laid plans. Look at GLD collapse. Yeah. How's that for timing? We went short yesterday. And the trade is at 55% of its maximum gains. Mic drop. Sam wants to know if I set my SPX level for today. I did. Let me go check. It's too early. Sam, thanks for the question. It's too early to actually pinpoint the close. I can tell you where it is based on only a couple hours of trading. So not even an hour and a half. So let's look at it. So it looks like the fight is 412.8. $41.35 to 45.75, 78, 41.45-ish, 41.40 on the lower end, 41.60 to 70.80 on the upper end. This number gets tighter and tighter as the day unfolds, and this is based on the options. It's not based on the charts. If we're trading iron condors, the iron condor setup was 4100, 4165, and that's playing out. They're ping-ponging inside of it. Okay, important spot. Very important spot. I think they can get to 413.8, somewhere around here. The IC is right here. I just mentioned it. 4100 and 4165. That was the one mentioned earlier, and it's working. One side wins, one side loses. It's still working. This expires today. This is only for strong hands. This was shared at 7:24, which is about 25 minutes ago. 25 minutes ago. This is Pacific. Nope. Get back to the neckline. See where they're getting back to? The arrows. So now we have three things to watch. This line, the red line, and if I were to pick another line that's important, this line. Actually, if you want one that's going to show up on everybody's, it's this one. But I think the one is here. But I'll leave it here because that's what everybody's watching. If we take this guy out, and that's a big if, that's an inverse head and shoulders that technically has 0.6 of upside. 413.4. So this area would be the target of this breach. If. Iron butterflies. Okay. Let me check on that one. 4120. Really? I think it should be higher based on the options right now. But if that's your number, I'll revisit my number later. I need more information to deploy an iron butterfly with confidence. Question 2, when you give only 2 parameters, credit puts, red credit postman. Those are the cells, yes. I have good bounces on Alphabet. Alphabet, watch Alphabet. If it makes a new high of day, I think the rest will follow. Okay? Let's reopen this. Because they still have momentum buyers below them. So Alphabet, lose this, it comes down to here. I'm trying to find like side action. The SPY has a wolf wave in the making that could give us 414, 413 and a half. So I don't know if that upside potential is still not going to play out. I think there's still life. I just answered you on the iron butterfly. I said I didn't have any information yet. Wants to know. Okay. All right, 295. Are we closing yet? I'm already tired. I've already done 2 sets of push-ups on my challenge. I failed at 48 on both of them. What? Didn't even break 50. But that was like at 5 in the morning my time. If you haven't done anything, get out of your chair, do something. Watch these guys. If these guys fall here, we're going to 411.20. I have to check my account. I'm not actively trading today, so I can concentrate on you. But I still have expirations today. I just want to make sure they're still okay. They should be. I have 4 or 5 credit spreads that died today. I love that. They used to disappear like at 3 in the afternoon after the market closes, Pacific. They used to just disappear off the screen. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I was like, yay, that was the day. Get out of your jammies, says our resident fitness expert. Arms and abs. Fitness Planet. Coachella this weekend? You couldn't pay me to go to Coachella. Not hot enough. No, I can just imagine the crowd. Not my people. If you believe it, I used to be a musician, and I like concerts to watch them on TV. I've been only to 1 live concert, Aerosmith, and that's it. I've seen a bunch, but not live. Yeah, that guy puts on a good show. It was in Moffett, if you're in Northern California. Moffett Field, it was open, sitting on the grass. It was great. I watch him on the screen. Styx, they're still touring? Wow, that's a good band. Yeah, I lived in San Jose too. I lived in San Jose, Sunnyvale, Cupertino. Milpitas? I didn't live in Milpitas, but that's the city at the bottom of the bay. Neil Young, rocker? Not sure. I did not do an iron butterfly. Somebody posted theirs. I did not do an iron butterfly. Just got my snow credit spread, and your report you mentioned to look for delta for a stop loss. Do you mean to keep the call or everything? Mark, you just got the snow? I opened the snow credit put spread quite a bit ago. I don't know when. I sold the put spread. That's not mine. Nope. You want to forward me that? Send me an email. I would love to see it. What? Somebody sending out orders on mine? Maybe we'll take it. I'm in one. It's working. It has 21 days on the clock. It's nothing exciting, but it's working fine. I mean, nothing exciting. It is on my dashboard. That's weird. I haven't done it. Today, I didn't do anything. Oh. Why do I have... Oh, okay. So mine is a little different than yours. But that was 4.6. Why are you getting it now? Yeah, I don't know what it is right now. Let me go price it. Mine is slightly different. I wanted to make sure that I took one higher. It's still about the same price. So it is still viable the way it is. What I was talking about stopping out, maybe that's your question. The stopping out level is when I sell a spread, let's say a credit put spread. Okay, so if I sell a credit put spread, I sell a put, that opens my risk. I buy a put below it, that limits my risk. The net is a credit. I take that credit. And if price starts falling and approaches my risk level, the delta changes of that. This delta changes. And when it goes above 30, I start to worry about defense. That's what I meant. Question on YouTube, the $5 wide, what is the minimum credit we expect to receive? I don't take less than 40 cents on either side. So if we do 40 and 40, that's 80 cents in total. That's what is that, air math, 20% reward, depends on the fees. And if you collect 50 cents on both sides, each side, then you end up with $1 in total. That's 25% yield in one day. So it's not an easy trade. They don't doll out easy 20% trades that expire every day. So they're not set it and forget it trades. So they need, the key to those is discipline on exit, to book a loss before it becomes maximum loss, and to have the guts to defend it and or get out of it early, but not too early. So it is not easy managing them on trend days like yesterday. Most other days it works. But if you avoid the maximum loss, you will have one loss and 5 wins or 6 wins, and that's fine. But if you have one loss at maximum loss and 5 and 6 and 7 wins, it sets you back a lot. That's why yesterday was critical that people defended it. And it was an unusually tough day, and they do happen. Hopefully we answered that question. Okay, I'm telling you, watch this guy. Why is Alphabet looking to break out here? Boy, that tip the other day was gold. It was a golden breakout, or whatever they call them, golden sweep. And the risk here, the opposite opportunity here. If these guys make a new low, we whoosh lower, and the S&P will probably end up at 411.40. You can trade that how? When we rally next time, If this bounces to 412.8 and you're not long or short, you can take a short with an immediate stop. Or you can take a long now if you're not long for that. If you're not long, you can take this trade again here. The setup is they're trying to break out, right? So if you take a long here, you decide how much pain you want to take, and the exit. I think this one could go, I don't know, 1.5 times the risk. So take a call. Which call? 60 cents for the 414 or 413. Same call. So if you're not in it already, you can start it now, and you're starting at 60 cents and stop out. I don't know if I want to stop out here. Stop out on a dollar amount. How much pain are you willing to take? That's fine. So if you joined us on YouTube Live, thank you. And this is what happens all day, every day. 9 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours, whatever it is. It's a bunch of fun. Wave, 300 people, wave, yay. Luis, credit call spread, 41.60, 65, 0 DT, 45 cents. I'm okay with that, Luis.
There we go. There we go. All right. Well, that was a sneak peek into the live room. That's Nick Chahine. That's his simplestocks.net. That was his. That's the live room. that's what it is. What's up, Diego? Sam, you had some great questions. I wanted to jump in so bad and say the questions you're asking are perfect. They're like right up the alley. Another system error. No, just kidding. Um, so I really wanted to thank you for asking those questions, and that's exactly what we do all day. Every day we do iron condors. Every day we do some type of zero DTE trade, which is 0 days to expiration, right? We do that every day, and people come in at 8:30 in the morning. Hey, Nick, what's the IC for the day? And Nick's like, dude, effing, it's 8:30 in the morning. I don't know what the IC is, but usually right around like 10:30 or 11, he'll have his mindset ready to go, and he picks out an IC. So if you're into iron condors, Sam, definitely email me, hit me up. We'll have a little conversation. We'll see what we can do to get you a little more experienced in it. And Diego, and guys, thanks for sticking around. If you have any questions about the service, today right now was a little bit of a slow day. I gotta tell you, I gotta admit, it sometimes moves a lot faster. Okay, today was I don't know. A lot of people might say, "Hey, well, it's a good thing it's not moving that fast," but it does have its ups and downs, just like anything else. And let's switch to something where we can. That's not proprietary. Oh, to answer your question about the software, Sam, it's called FCC. It's free conference call. It seems to work out great for us because there's features on there that other places don't have, right? And it just works for us. We've tried 5 different things. Zoom is a little too cluttered, and it's like a lot of bandwidth. This free conference call works out pretty good. I hope that answers your question. Oh, so who we got sticking around here? Who's in the house? Let me know. Maybe we'll. Oh, I can't. We have a. We're gonna do a lot of stuff here, guys. So I really want to stress share the link for this room. We're gonna get, it's just gonna get better from here. We're gonna have giveaways. We're gonna have. I got a spin wheel thing. Nick was talking about giving away merch when we get to a certain amount of likes and stuff like that, and lots of things to come. I want to see what is going on with Sam. Yes, I actually, where did I put it? Let me see. Do 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 do. Okay, so what's gonna happen in in the while to come is we're gonna have sessions, and then we're gonna peek in to the live room and things like that. I wanted to show you an email I got from this platform, just to answer your question. I can't find it. I thought I had it on my phone. I don't have it. There was someone that did reviews of platforms, right? And they did Webull, TradingView, TOS. What else was in there? International brokers for the Canadians out there, and there was one other one that scored really low. But a lot of people, and the fact that you said charts, that's what really got me. And I wanted to forward this to you. And for me, charts is my number one thing. I can show you, pick out anyone on here, and there's just massive lines in charting. And here, you really want to go blind? Let's check on Tesla. Put on your sunglasses. Bam! It's all cluttered because I had up some indicators recently. We can shut some of these, but it's like endless, and then you can obviously just cut them out. But this is Webull, and I'll forward you a link, and you can get like 12 free stocks or something like that. It's better than using the website version. But the thing that we're going to try and do is really kind of gather a base and a community here. Hey, Mary, how are you doing? I had to put it on. I was talking with my hands too much. I wasn't even prepared. I don't have a background or whatever. But this is the beginning phases of it. But what we're going to try and do is build a base here. Simple stocks, right? Let that name sink into your head and try and tell everyone you know about it, right? We're going to be a community and a welcoming community at the same time, if that makes sense. You know, we have the inner sanctum, which is Nick's service, which is the gold, right? And sometimes people aren't ready to, do a full commitment. That's fine, but I think it's a great investment. We can get into that, but we're going to try and ease people into it. I think that's kind of what I'm thinking of. So if we find really good, and we like to find good people for the team. To be honest, we don't really select just anyone. You know, we're not just trying to have the most sales. We really we keep our team tight and focused and hungry. You know what I mean? So when I see certain questions, like Sam, when you were asking about those Iron Condor questions, I jumped on it, right? So Sam, I really want you to email me, Sam. I want to stay in touch with you. It's doc@simplestocks.net. Give me a shout. Like I said, we're not pressuring people to sign up. I just want to make sure everyone's right for the part, and we can work something out to make sure that all your questions are answered. But, oh, yeah, right. In the meantime, I wanted to... What happened to it? So if you guys have any questions, post them here. Any tickers, I can relay them to Nick, and we'll get it done. And also, okay. TradingView. I'll tell you about TradingView. I had TradingView. I paid for TradingView, the paid version for. I tried it for three and a half full months. I just I really couldn't get used to it. I just found Webull to be much better. I'm not saying TradingView sucks, but I mean, a lot of people, like Nick uses TradingView. Other people use TradingView. Other people use the charts on their platforms. I don't understand how people can use some of the charts on some of the platforms, though, because the platforms are made for investing, and there's very few that have great charts and great investing. But Webull happens to have those. So let me see if I can just. Oh, there's that article again. I should probably check before posting any article. What happens? So, we're going to wrap this up in about 5 minutes or so. But I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for coming in and hanging out. It's been a little bit of a challenge to get. We're going to work on it. We're going to have 2 live rooms going together. So we will be able to get through that. Diego, I have a story to tell you, Diego. I'm so glad you asked that question. When I joined, I was full-time insurance. I can't go a day without Nick's perspective. Awesome room of people. Yeah, Shawnee. London. Hey, what's up, London? I get you. So, Diego, when I first started, I was full-time insurance. I started calling at 9 a.m., and I didn't stop till midnight because I was also in California, California prospects. I'm in New York, by the way. The things that got me going and the things that made me my first 2 weeks money. By the way, I made it back in the first 2 weeks. I joined Nick through Benzinga, which is another site that he works with. But now you can join Nick directly. Bare bones. Just you go to a steakhouse. You want the Wagyu steak. You get the Wagyu steak. You don't need the whatever mashed potatoes and the weird vegetables. You go there. You go to get the steak, and that's it. Anyway. But there is, he has his morning notes. He does a Sunday weekend game plan for the week, like an outlook. And also he does Sunday tickers. So on Friday, if you have 5 tickers in your head, you're not really sure of them. Or if you have 7, or if you have 10, you can submit them to Nick. And on Sunday, he reviews everyone's tickers. Each and every ticker that's submitted. So some weekends he'll have 127. Another weekend he'll have 300. But he reviews all of them. And he splits them up. And not just like by words, but in actual video format. You'll see him. He goes through it. Maybe I'll ask him, Diego, send me your email, or at least when you subscribe. So next time I'll ask Nick if we can do a sample of his Sunday ticker video. I'm telling you, it's gold. He'll go through your ticker and be like, all right, well, I see support here. I'm not sure if I would go long here, but definitely if you're thinking of shorting it, I would, consider doing a credit call spread or, something like that. It's amazing. I leave it up all week. So my point is, between the Sunday videos, the Sunday weekend game, or the Sunday week game plan, the morning notes, which is now the morning game plan, or the day game plan, and he also puts out alerts, so I'll have to check on the alerts, to be honest with you. But those first 3 things is what I lived on. And I just traded by swing trading. I didn't have to do the day trading, right? So I used that, and within 2 weeks, I paid off. I used my credit card, and by the next monthly bill, it was paid off. But my point is that I was able to work and trade at the same time. You just, look at your phone. All right, I'm doing good. All right, put it back away. Oh, trade's going bad. All right, I'm out of it. Whatever. And then the next day, you'll find something else. My point is that it definitely works, right? If you're fully employed. And the best part is you could pop in. If you get a 10-minute break, you could pop into the live room and say, hey, Nick, What's going on with that stock BBBY? It's not doing so good. What do you think I should do about it? He'd be like, hey, what's up, Diego? I would dump that stuff, as fast as you can. All right, see you later. And then you're out. You know what I mean? You can't really get that anywhere else, as far as I know. I mean, you'll have a professional 20-year experienced trader at your disposal 8 hours a day. As long as the market's open, Nick is there. That's got to be a slogan. We'll put that on the t-shirt. Market's open, Nick is there. But seriously, I joke around, but you can. That's what I did. I popped in and said, hey, Nick, I got 10 minutes. What should I do about my Tesla trade? I got in at 205. It's now at 300. What do you think I should do? He'd be like, take profits, dummy. And, that's how it goes. Obviously, it's a little more intricate than that, but you get the idea. So I hope that answers your question, Diego. And you can definitely do both. I've actually transitioned. I now work less full-time on insurance and more with stocks. Sam! I'm telling you, Sam, you're on my radar. Is it realistic to expect a good income on a 400K account? Is 100K year possible? What account size would be needed for an annual 250K year income? Sam, I get the question. I've heard that type of question a lot. It's impossible. I'm going to get, okay, bad news and good news. The bad news is it's impossible for me to give you a straight answer on that. But what is possible is that you will get the tools and you will get the expertise of how you can apply yourself to reach those goals, if that makes sense. This is not a money management service, right? Nick always says it's not a trade service. This is a learning service. This is a teaching service. This is a, he wants to give you, he doesn't want to fish for you. He wants to show you how to fish, right? So it is 100% possible to do that, but you have to put in the time. This is not going to be something where you can check in the morning. Oh, I got a $10,000 trade. All right, I'm going to take it. And, he's going to show you the tools and the strategies to use it. But there's no way I can answer that. But I mean, is it real? I mean, whatever you can dream of, you can, I know I'm getting cheesy, but that is the easiest way. Okay. Yeah. Right. I know you're not asking me to guarantee, but even still, I mean, it's hard to say because your learning curve might be different than others. We always suggest paper trading. I say paper trade until you get the enough correct trades in a row that you're comfortable putting real money in. And then when you put real money, you got to start small. And then you add more. And then you add more. And you only invest a certain part of your account on day trades. Then you might invest more in longer trades. It's a process, so I really can't answer that right now. I guess I'm curious about what's possible with retail traders. Sure, I'm committed to learn the process. Okay, good. As long as you're committed to learn the process, anything is possible. We don't like to categorize ourselves as retail traders. Retail traders to me is a guy or a girl sitting alone at a computer watching Twitter and watching CNBC. And okay, this is the hottest stock right now. All right, I'm gonna get in. Oh, it's going down. All right, I'm gonna get out. Oh, now it's going back up. Oh, I gotta get back in. Now it's going. They follow the trends. We try to see where the market direction is going, so we're ahead of the trends. We don't watch the news. We don't watch Twitter. We don't watch any social media. We trade the charts and the charts alone. Meanwhile, I've been having Tesla on the daily up this whole time. You guys must be screaming at me. Sorry. Trey! Oh, you're talking to Diego. I'm a member of Nick's room, and I trade part-time. I do have the opportunity to listen all day. You will make money back with just swing trading alerts alone. Thank you, Trey. Thanks for coming in, by the way. That's what I'm talking about. You see what just happened right there? this is what a community is about. You know, it's Nick is the experienced trader and the guide, right? And the community is the team. And there's going to be times where a team member would say to Nick, "Hey Nick, I just saw this. I noticed that the XOM is reaching its resistance. I think I'm going to get a put down to 82." Nick will be like, "Holy smokes, that's right. I see that now too. I think I like your trade. I'm going to take it." Then there's tools. There's tools. Every member has a tool. There's I can't even start naming them, but there's so many different tools that people offer. You know, like bookmap and dark pool levels and tradie ticks and algo flows and things you can't even think of that they'll just offer, and it's data and data and data, and then you make your own decision based on all those data points. Why does it keep coming up on the bottom of my screen like that? That's weird. Oh, this guy. Huh. That's strange. I don't know if that's fluttering just because of the bandwidth or what's the deal. So, guys, I really appreciate your time here. I mean, I'll hang around. If you guys have any more questions, I'll hang around. Let's I guess take a look at whatever you guys are looking at today, or if not, we can wrap this up. It's 11:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm in no rush, but I don't want to waste any more of your guys' time. But definitely like, subscribe, and share. Share this link. The more people in here, the better. That's how we work as a community. The more eyes, the better. The better everything is. It just works better that way. That's why the institutions work. That's why banks like Morgan Stanley and all the trading firms out there, that's why they win and work, because they have 200 professionally educated traders all sharing their own data versus a retail trader alone in their basement or their guest room with a laptop and a social media on their phone and CNBC on their TV. That's why the institutions always win. They have more tools, and they have the communication. And that's what we do. And that's what we're here trying to solve. Never trade alone. Never trade alone. Do not trade with emotions. And take profits. A den, a woman cave, a she shed. Trading in the she shed. Is the focus mostly on option spreads? Nick is a champion when it comes to spreads. So if you're looking at it that way, that's the most experienced part of Nick. But a lot of people like me, I do mostly naked calls and options. I'll adjust what he says to what I want to do. I'll do spreads. I'll do credit call spreads, debit spreads. I don't really do iron condors. I can't babysit them all day. You have to, with iron condor, you have to pay attention to it all day. That's what I mean by babysitting. So I don't have the ability to do that. But with spreads, absolutely, yeah. It's a heavily weighted toward the spreads community. But like I said, everyone does their own thing. There are times that it calls to invest in shares rather than if it's low liquidity. You know, if there's a stock like Victoria's Secret that I have been following for the last year and a half, and Nick's been telling me all the time, it's so low. Well, I don't understand how you're doing options in this. He's like, just get shares, just buy shares. If you really want to go long, just buy shares. So he'll weigh out the situation. You know, he'll go issue by issue, situation by situation, and then give you the best outcome. If it's a credit call spread, he'll tell you. Credit put spread, debit put, you know, you'll see the difference. But the spreads is definitely his expertise for sure. Yeah, there you go. Order flows trader. The focus is learning the different ways to make money. That's really what it comes down to. And I'll tell you this. There are very few people that I met who care more about doing well by others. And you'll hear Nick say a bunch of times, I don't mind losing my own money, but no, he does feel bad about losing his own money. Let me get that. But he says he feels, wholly terrible if he were to lose someone else's money. So that's why he's always got like a hedge. And that's why he likes the spreads, because it minimizes your losses, but still gives you a chance for gains. And I think that's the whole underlying that a lot of, I hate using the word retail traders, but I'm going to just say that a lot of retail traders don't understand. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much little you lose, right? Because you can get a $10,000 day. Oh my God, I got a $10,000 day. But Monday to Thursday, you lost $15K each day. You know, how does that work out? So the idea is protecting your capital, and also minimizing your losses with gains. Sam, you're not alone. Learning tighter risk management, controlling and limiting your risk management is the first thing I think that Nick taught me, at least. He took a while. It almost took about 10 months or so for finally to instill in me to take profits and leave money on the table. That's the biggest thing. Leaving money on the table is a strategy that doesn't compute to retail traders. So if you have a stock that went from $80 to $90 in 10 minutes, and you think, oh no, it's gonna go to 110. It can go to 110. That's okay though. You can take your winnings from that 80 to 90 in 10 minutes, take that, and let it go to 110. That's not you anymore. It doesn't matter. You took your profits and you're leaving money on the table, and it hurts. It hurts the first time or so. I'm telling you, it really hurts. But after a few times, you feel better about it. You know, like for instance, I had this CXAI yesterday. It's a penny stock. This is not something that's really covered, but I just want to give you this as an example. I took it at $2.67. What is it? This is the wrong day. $2.67, and I said, oh, it has a gap up to 8, right? And it went up to 8 and then up to 9. But I got out before the market opened because I didn't want that risk. I made a decision. I didn't want that risk. I had a lot of buddies that were still in this stock, and I'm rooting for them. I'm not upset I missed out on it because I know I have 1,000 other plays that's going to come my way. So that, I just use that as an example. We don't really go cover penny stocks. We're more of a macro. We do, small caps, IWMs, and Russell 2000, things like that. But we do, if the right penny stock comes around, we'll talk about it. But it's not something that's focused on. So I just wanted to get that right. Rocket ship, right? I mean, yeah, I loved watching, my buddies go into it, and I didn't even tell them I got it. I didn't even say it because I would have got ripped apart. But the idea is that I wasn't like ripping my hair out watching it anymore. I would have been a year and a half ago. I would have been tearing my hair out. Like, why did I stay in that? Why did I stay in that? I was all right. I was in Nvidia that day. I made my money. I was calm. I was cool. My palms weren't sweaty. I wasn't walking around pacing. It's a grown-up way to trade, and risk management that you mentioned is the first thing. It's the first thing that we teach. If you are invested in something and it's going a little opposite your way, and you start biting your nails, and you're just squirming in your chair, your risk is too high. That's it. You have to have the assumption that, first of all, stop losses is the number one thing. The number two thing that we teach along with risk management. But you have to be able to control your risk, where that if it goes against you, that's not the end of you. And one of the next things that he says a lot is, I'll never get into something where I don't know my maximum loss or my maximum risk. Does that make sense? I do not set a daily profit target. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. I went down the wrong pipe. I personally don't set a max or a daily profit target. What I like to do is, yeah, I'm not a much a day trader either. The room focuses on day trading only because people are there 8 hours a day and they want to get in and get out of trades. Nick will tell you he's a slow trader. The trades he likes personally, and the trades that he mostly gets into for his own portfolio, are weeks out, months out. He'll have a gold or silver play that will be for June on right now, but he'll cater to the day traders in the room. And there's a lot, like me, for instance, when I go in the room, I'm talking about 2 or 3 days in advance. I never talk about my month out trades there or anything like that. But that's personally how I like to trade. But when you become part of a community, you can find people that trade like you and like-minded people and exchange those ideas. And I think that's the beauty of being in a community, especially one like this. I'm telling you, I've been into so many communities, and there's not one. It's so controlled. First of all, there's no competition. You go to any community, I guarantee you, any Discord community or any paid community, even like that, you're gonna have competition. You're gonna have guys like, hey, you got to get in with me, and they're almost like pure pressuring people to get into the trades. It's weird. It doesn't make any sense to me. There's nothing like that there. We're cool, calm. We don't talk politics. We don't talk religion. We don't curse, and we don't debate about things that take our minds off of trading. Right? We're solely focused on making money. And we have a good time doing it. We don't go off topic a lot, but when we do, we have fun with it. It really is nothing like that out there. And and Nick says this too, you don't have to join this community, but join some community. And if you find a better one than this one, get back to me and let me know, because I've been around. I'm telling you, I've been around. and this is the longest running part of the community I've been in. So much that I became a part of it to get others into it. You see what I'm saying? Yes, order flows. You will learn how to set up long-term trades using short-term methods. That's an interesting one. I like that one. Why does this guy want payment? We're not going to be there for another week. Oh, God, I got to call that guy. But, Sam, I mean, you're asking all the right questions, and I really want to maybe work something out with you. Hey, listen, can I get you in for like one a day? Would you like to check it out for a day? So let me tell you this. Email me at doc@simplestocks.net, right? Email me there. We'll work something out where you can peruse it, at your own leisure, right? And I really think you're asking all the right questions, and we'll get you a preview enough so that you can come to your own decision, right? Like I was saying in the beginning, this isn't some type of high pressure. There's a lot of this is a deal. It's going to end at midnight. This deal is only going to be for midnight, and we're going to give you a free iPhone, but there's only 3 left, and if this is right for you, join it. If we feel you're right for us, we want you to join. So I think you're asking all the right questions. Shoot me an email over there. We'll chat. We'll work something out one day when you're free on your schedule, and we'll go from there. Yeah, man. And again, thank you everyone who stuck around after. Hit subscribe again. We're going to do another session soon. It's going to be a little different next time. Every time going forward, you're going to see probably a different theme. I picked out this theme. Watch. I'm just going to... This is the theme. Hang on. If you guys got 2 more minutes, I'm going to show you. Yeah. I don't think you're going to be seeing this theme much longer. The whole system error thing, I thought was a funny joke, but... So, don't get used to seeing this theme very much longer. But I kind of enjoyed it. But anyway, yeah, Sam, hit me up. We'll talk about it. We'll hash it out, figure it up. Mary, Nick have examples of the Sunday Ticker videos here in this YouTube channel. Awesome. Yes, Mary, yeah. Thank you so much. We're gonna get Sam to watch it and definitely do it next time. What's up, Mr. Griffith? Hey, man, I think you're cool too. So, guys, if you have a little bit of a cool factor going on here, hit me on the email just so I have your info. I'm not going to spam you with all crazy stuff, but I just want to, keep in touch so that if you have any questions or if you find another community you think is better, definitely email me, right? Because I'd be shocked to find it, honestly. And hit subscribe because we're going to do a couple other sessions very, very soon, and we'll get it. So anyone else listening, thank you so much. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell, and hit the share button. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Guys, thank you so much. And we'll be in touch. We'll see you guys soon. I almost saluted with the wrong hand. Oh my God. I'd be doing 100 push-ups if this was 20 years ago. All right. See you guys later. Oh yeah, no music, by the way. Sorry.